Now let's review this figure 21-8A. And it deals basically with areas considered to be a Class 1, Division 1 location where a problem exists. And in course, we know if a problem exists, we have to go over and review NFPA 497 and go through the process of classifying the area by the requirements listed in NFPA 497. But now to see if we have a problem, we're going to be reviewing a Class 1, Division 1 possibility of a location in accordance with NEC 500.5B1. And then notice for this gas and vapor, more information can be obtained still in 500.5B1, but we're reviewing the informational note 1, item 10, and the informational note item 2, 4. But this is basically how we're determining if we have a problem based upon the NEC. Now notice in the first group of information that we have here, we have that the vapor exists under the normal operating conditions. So that's where the gas and vapor is present the entire time that the equipment is operating. And then secondly, it exists frequently because of repair or maintenance, operation or leakage, and things of that sort, that where we could get enough vapor to mix with the air to be in an explosive range. And then, of course, the breakdown of the equipment where the gas is present at the same time the electrical system could be present, and an explosion could occur due to the mixture of the air and gas and vapor with the electrical system still present, or a flash fire could occur. Now, if any one of these conditions that we have just discussed, then we could have a problem of classification. But to get the classification and actually perform the classification, we would reference NFPA 497 and go through the chapter, and I believe it's chapter 4 and 5 mainly that you would look at. And you would review if the equipment is existing, what would be the conditions of classification, or if it was new in equipment that you were installing. And then, of course, we'll get into this as we get on into the presentation, but you select your equipment in 500.7 based upon the equipment being explosion-proof, purged and pressurized, or intrinsically safe. 500.7 lists this equipment along with Article 504 for intrinsically safe. And then, of course, you'd go to 500.10, and or 501.10, excuse me, and select your wiring method in A. And for your seals, if you needed those, you would go to 501.15A. And then, of course, if you after you've selected your equipment, then you'd go to 501 and see if the equipment you selected fell in that grouping of equipment that's listed in Article 501. And basically, that is exactly what this figure 21-8A is illustrating to the designer and the installer of classified areas where they're installing their equipment.